Secret Handshake Productions presents 221B, Adventures of the Baker Street Irregulars. Episode 4, A Chase Through Baker Street.
This doesn't make sense. It can't be. Paxton wouldn't hurt anyone. He was always kind.
What evidence is there that Paxton did this?
Various materials were found tying Paxton to the killing, according to Scotland Yard.
I've sent for Inspector Lestrade. Hopefully he'll be willing to speak with us.
Wiggins, this must be a part of the scheme Evelyn and Bigby are involved in.
Sherlock, Dr. Watson, you can't actually believe this is true. There's a bigger scheme here, and we have evidence.
I only have a moment, Sherlock. Need to make this quick.
Lestrade is here already.
John, the children.
He can't see them.
You lot, get in this closet, quickly.
But, Sherlock, you have to listen!
Steady on, Wiggins. Keep close to the chest and continue observing.
Inspector, thank you for coming.
Good to see a friendly face in these friendly times.
No time for your banter, Sherlock.
What did he mean by that?
I don't know.
It almost seemed like he wanted us to listen.
Crack the door open.
Baxter's pocket chemicals are gonna make me sick.
Might want to hold your breath. Some of these could kill you.
Crack the door, Wiggins.
We appreciate you meeting with us.
We know things are tense.
There's no time for niceties, John. I need to get back to the office. Scotland Yard is in a state of complete pandemonium right now.
What were the circumstances of the Alfante's murder?
If the Commissioner knew I was speaking to you about this, I'd be demoted. Or worse. Why should I tell you?
Need I remind you how indispensable we have made ourselves to Scotland Yard in the past year and a half, Inspector? You have me to thank for a good score of the population of Newgate Prison.
We know you're only following orders, Goodwin, but you know we can help. Our methods may be unconventional, but we deliver.
How Paxton could do something like this? It's beyond the pale.
What happened, Lestrade?
He broke into their house through a back window. He strangled Eliza Elefante to death with a sterling silver wiring of a pearl necklace she owned.
The wiring. Check the music.
Apron, nameplate, apple pudding.
Look there, silver wire.
The maestro didn't want the pearls.
He wanted the jewellery wire.
He tried to do the same with Emily Elefante. Had some nasty lesions on her neck, but she seemed to have fought him well enough to try and crawl away. She barely made it across the room when Paxton apparently used his policeman's baton to bludgeon her to death.
And look, the next item after the wiring.
Policeman's baton.
Paxton mentioned that his baton was missing, didn't he?
That's right, that's why he was on traffic duty.
Ghastly.
You don't actually believe Paxton did this, do you?
That's what all the evidence points to, Sherlock.
Paxton is a peaceful man. There's no precedent for this.
His own baton was found at the crime scene.
Someone could have stolen it.
He's spoken negatively about the Elefantes before.
That doesn't mean he wanted to kill them.
Due process, Dr. Watson. This is the conclusion Scotland Yard has come to after reviewing the evidence.
And that makes it fact.
Do you understand how complicated this situation is? 3 Scotland Yard officials have been accused of murder in the past month alone. The public's trust in law enforcement is dwindling. People are afraid. We must at least show them that we will take swift action against such wrongdoers, even within our own ranks.
So you arrest 3 men who are only loosely tied to the killings to... what, save face?
Loosely tied? Their personal belongings were found at the crime scenes.
A connection between the killings isn't entirely out of the question. Goodwin, you have been Chief Inspector of Scotland Yard for the past 3 years now. You knew Officer Paxton well. You saw him every day. I ask again, do you honestly believe he would do this?
No. Of course not. But what am I supposed to do? There's no evidence that could exonerate him, any of them. I've got Shaw breathing down my neck. People are running around like bloody chickens with their heads cut off. We have to keep the peace.
We should tell him.
What? Yes, tell him about the music.
They're catching on that everything's connected.
That's true. Now might be the right time.
Hold on, I'm not sure.
We can't let anyone else get hurt.
Wait.
Do it, Wiggins, now!
No, hold on.
Blimey, what? No, what?
Oh, now you've done it.
Sherlock, who are these children?
No one. They've just been following us around.
Enthusiasts of our work. We let them sit in on cases from time to time.
They help you?
To a minimal degree, yes.
Inspector Lestrade, you have to look at this. It's evidence there's a whole conspiracy.
What?
There are other grown-ups who know about it. My friend, Leon Pane, he'll...
Leon Pane.
Yes? That's his name?
Ugh.
He can attest. It's all real.
Please forgive Wiggins's overactive imagination, Inspector. I believe he's confused.
Sherlock, you don't understand. You have to look at this music more closely.
Yes, and that's just a little tune I've been playing on my violin of late. I use details from cases as inspirations for dynamics and such. Nothing more.
What?
This is absolutely unacceptable. I'll have no more of this.
Inspector, please, wait.
Shaw's right about you, Holmes. Are you that bloody disgraceful? You're pulling children into this now.
In fairness, they came to me.
We're tired of seeing your faces at Scotland Yard. Both of you. This is your final warning. Stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, or I'll have you arrested.
You see now, don't you? It's all connected.
Paxton is innocent. It's all here on this page.
I fear this arrangement may have been a mistake.
What?
John.
Sherlock, stop. Look at what's happened. Our standing with Lestrade in Scotland Yard has been harmed irreparably. It's all their fault.
Our fault.
We're the ones actually trying to solve this case.
You don't know what it's like out there.
We see things you don't.
Why won't you trust
It's
us?
right here in ink.
These are adult matters. You don't understand the gravity of all this.
We cannot deny the connection between these killings, Watson. The children may be grasping at straws, but they're right about one thing. There is more beneath the surface of all this.
Well, they're certainly working to our detriment as far as solving it is concerned. We've been barred from further investigating because of them. They're affecting our business, our livelihood.
Livelihood? Is that what it comes down to?
Sherlock, as brilliant as you are, not every hunch leads somewhere fruitful. This is one of those times.
So what are you saying?
Let's not make any decisions whilst upset.
Boys, a woman by the name of Ms. Robinson is here. She wishes to render your services.
Robinson?
Client interview, Sherlock.
We never do client interviews this late.
Well, this is when she was available. You may not care about keeping things running round here, but I do. Children, please. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Mrs. Hudson, would you mind escorting them downstairs?
Of course.
But, Dr. Watson...
Wiggins, I know you mean well, but not now.
Sherlock, the music, you said it was yours. Why did you...
Steady on, Wiggins.
But, you know it's not...
You want to prove yourself? Yes?
More than anything.
Then steady on.
You kids all right? You need anything?
We're fine, Mrs. Hudson. Thank you.
Try not to be discouraged. Everyone's feeling the weight of the world right now, but it will pass.
The weight of the world is heavier when you're living on the street, Mrs. Hudson.
Not all of us have a warm room on Baker Street to hide away in when things get difficult.
I know. I'm sorry.
We're the only ones that seem to see what's actually happening here.
No one believes us.
Because we're children.
No one ever listens.
I'm listening, and I believe you. The world tends to listen to louder voices more than those who speak truth. But that doesn't mean you should stop trying.
This is my one chance, Mrs. Hudson. I got nothing else. I've tried so hard to prove myself to them, but nothing works.
Wiggins, have you ever stopped to consider that John and Sherlock are feeling the same way? They appreciate your intelligence, all of you, in fact. But as you want to show them that you have something to contribute, so too do they want to show Scotland Yard.
Oh.
All of you just hang tight. All will be well in time. I could use an evening stroll. Would you all like some food?
Not now. I need to take a walk, clear my head.
I'm hungry.
Starving.
I could eat.
Lovely. What about you boys?
I've got some theories of brewing, ma'am. Can't eat while my head is swirling with thoughts.
I'm with you, Baxter. I have to mend one of my wigs anyhow.
All right then, stay out of trouble. Come along, ladies.
I'll be back in a tick. Steady on? What did he mean by that?
Just this, thank you.
Hold on. Is that Leon?
Yes. Good day.
Leon!
What? Oh. Wiggins! I'm surprised to see you.
I'm always on Baker Street.
Yes, of course. I don't usually find you here this late is all. I was just picking up some last-minute groceries.
We went to find that Pietro fellow you were talking about.
Of course! How did it go?
We didn't find him. We were followed by one of the ruffians we had encountered earlier.
Goodness. Is everyone all right?
Yes, we're fine. Wasn't much of a fight.
There was a fight?
Yes, but Adelaide and I made quick work of him. She's quite the fighter, actually.
Wiggins, I'm terribly sorry. I'd never had suggested you go after Pietro if I'd known it would put you in harm's way.
Part of the job, Mr. Pane, no harm. At the very least, we managed to get a spot of information from Bigby. Apparently, the music itself isn't something to concern ourselves with.
Ah, I suppose I'd led you astray. Forgive me. I'm not much of a detective, it seems.
It helps to narrow things down, at least. Not that it matters much now.
Why do you say that?
Sherlock and Dr. Watson are cross with us at the moment. Scotland Yard doesn't look at them favorably, and it's our fault.
I see. Wiggins, I must say, perhaps Holmes and Watson are overlooking your resourcefulness. But the further you look into this, the more you put yourselves in harm's way.
That's part of being a detective, Leon. I can't stop when lives are on the line.
You're a brilliant young man, Wiggins. Truly. I would hate to see you get hurt.
I can take care of myself.
I know. You must do what you feel is right, I understand. If Holmes and Watson don't see you as an asset, perhaps they're not as intelligent as I'd thought.
I don't know. I just wish that I knew how that Evelyn lady fit into all of this.
Evelyn?
Yes. She and Bigby went to the opera earlier. Dark hair, green eyes.
Oh, dark hair and green eyes. Does she have a narrow face with high cheekbones?
Yes. You've seen her?
At the opera, yes. But her name's not Evelyn, it's Cynthia.
What?
She's their lead soprano. She's billed as Cynthia Wilson.
She's using a false name.
Stands to reason. Criminals do that. But now you know where to find her. That could be useful.
Yes. Thank you, Leon.
I hope I've redeemed myself.
All part of the job, Mr. Pane.
Here you girls go.
Thank you, Mrs. Hudson. Haven't had that accord in ages.
I've been meaning to speak with you, young lady.
With me? Why?
I know why you're doing this. You're Arabella Adelbert's girl, yes?
Listen, whatever you heard from Scotland Yard...
She's innocent. I know.
You do?
I knew your mum. Before I owned Sherlock and John's property, we worked together at the Poor Law Commission. I was a matron, she kept the books. Brilliant, analytical mind. And caring. The apple has not fallen far from the tree.
We didn't have much, but we had each other. It's not fair. I need to get her out.
There's something I think you should have.
What's in that envelope?
I found this on the doorstep the night before your mother was arrested. She was planning on blowing the whistle on some dodgy financial dealings between the higher-ups in Scotland Yard. You could probably do more with it than I.
Court. These are bank statements. Off-the-record fraudulent charges. Money going into Copper's own pockets when it shouldn't be. Bloody hell. This goes all the way up to Commissioner Shaw. This is proof of her innocence.
Sweetheart, listen to me. That's a case for another time. There's enough to focus on right now as it is. This is a fight you'll have to be well prepared for. Tiffs with criminal organizations are one thing. Taking on the system is another. Be patient. You hear me?
Yes, Mrs. Hudson. I understand.
Excuse me, dearie. Won't you help a short little old lady buy a bit of bread?
Get away from me, boy!
They could at least pretend to be fooled. Oi, what's that book you're reading, Baxter?
Bruce and Harper's Practical Chemistry. I, borrowed it from the Institute's library. I got a theory about that sheet music.
What's that?
Opal and Ruby said Evelyn was handed a vial of liquid while being told the maestro wanted to make his instruments known.
She also said the key was incomplete. Do you think he sent a separate message about the instruments?
That's what I'm mulling over. What if The instruments are already here on the page, but we just can't see them.
What are you going on about?
What if, in these blank spaces beside each line of music, the instrument's already written, but with ink that's invisible to the naked eye? Ink that could be compelled to reveal itself with, scientifical chemicals?
What a novel idea! But how would you make them appear?
That's the bit I'm trying to figure out. It seems there might be a compound out there that can do it, but I'll need a few things first.
I'd best be getting back inside. You children take care of yourselves, yes?
We will, Mrs. Hudson.
Thanks for the fish. Feel free to get us more anytime.
Of course, dears, anytime.
Adelaide, I think I have an idea that might help with deciphering the music.
Everyone, I just spoke with Leon again.
What is it?
You look like you've seen a ghost.
It's about Evelyn. Her name is not actually Evelyn.
What?
Apparently, she's a singer at the opera. Goes by a completely different name. Cynthia something or other. Who knows if that's even her real name?
That's not exactly uncommon. She's a criminal. Were you expecting her to use a real name?
I got to thinking, if Bigby followed us, wouldn't it stand to reason that Evelyn might try to do the same?
Hasn't seemed like it.
Yes, but what if Evelyn chose to go after someone else?
What are you saying? Holmes and Watson.
Sherlock said they never do client interviews this late.
We gotta get up there!
So you believe your husband is involved with an underground fighting ring?
Yes. It's the only explanation for the late nights. The strange bruises. I can't keep living like this. I feel he's not being honest with me.
Not the most common lie to tell, but we've dealt with similar things before. Ms. Robinson, if you wouldn't mind sitting down. I understand you're upset, but pacing will only distract you further.
Forgive me. I was just having a look around.
Good Lord, Wiggins!
You nearly broke the door down.
Gentlemen, if this is an inopportune time... Oh.
I knew it!
Pardon them, miss. We are not associated with this rabble.
That's her! That's the lady from the alley, Evelyn!
If we should even call you that, faker.
Mr. Holmes? What is the meaning of this? I have a very serious case that I should like to discuss.
Wiggins, get out!
Dr. Watson, you have to listen to me. She is not who she says she is.
What?
We've seen her before.
This is absurd.
Wiggins?
Sherlock, look at me. This is real.
Wiggins, what's going on?
Perhaps another time, then.
Stay where you are, ma'am.
Excuse me.
You children have seen this woman before.
We saw her in the alley when we were looking for Rupert. She chased us out.
She tried to kill us, she did. Same as her friend, Bigby.
Miss Robinson, why do these children seem to know you by a different name?
You're not who you say you are. And you certainly aren't here to discuss a case.
I should learn how to make one of those.
Quick, everyone, we have to go after her.
No, it's too dangerous.
What?
Wiggins, clearly I was wrong. I should have listened to you earlier. I won't risk you getting hurt.
John's right, children. Let the professionals handle this.
Suddenly we're professionals.
Well, the game's afoot, isn't it?
Out of my way!
Stop that woman!
She's cutting through the market!
Give me those baskets!
Bloody hell!
Keep up, John!
Give me that horse!
No, stay away!
Damn it, we need to get after her!
That carriage there, we'll take it.
Right.
We need to borrow your carriage.
On whose authority?
I'm a doctor.
You hear that? He's a doctor. Now, give it here. Yeah! Oh, truly, you've sworn the Hippocratic Oath.
Shut up!
Go! Giddy up!
There she is.
We need more speed. Get up closer.
Take the reins. If we can get close enough, I can get her in a hold.
Jiu-jitsu on a moving horse. That's your plan.
Well, suggest something then, good doctor.
Your methods are elegant, Holmes, but I'm fluent in a more efficient form of self-defense.
What?
A gun!
You have sound aim, I trust.
I was in the army. I'll only fire a warning shot.
Oh! And were you aiming for that cabbage vendor, military man?
I was a medic! Just drive!
There's a fork in the road ahead.
She can only go left or right.
So we'll go both ways.
What?
I'll pull ahead of Evelyn and veer us left. Then cut the reins at the last moment. We'll crash the carriage so she can't make a left turn while you block her right.
All right!
Pulling ahead? You know this isn't a race.
Now!
What are you?
Stop!
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to talk about that case now.
You'll get nothing from me, Holmes.
We've caused enough destruction to hurl us into debt for the rest of our lives.
Honestly, Scotland Yard's absolutely right about us. We're bloody menaces.
Yes, you got her!
What a chase!
Now what do we do?
We ought to turn her in, don't you think?
No!
You can't do that.
Scotland Yard isn't exactly on your side at the moment, Dr. Watson.
Even if they were, by the looks of it, they've been compromised.
The children are right. We'd best handle this independently.
Which means we don't have to abide by their interrogation statutes.
Exactly. Bring her into the alley, children. We'll have a talk with her there.
Sonato via Malay, Movement 3, Opus 31, Number 6. Enter hunting knife, apron, chromium nameplate, apple pudding. You're right. All these items align with the murders.
Now you see.
It's all right there.
I owe you an apology, Wiggins. All of you. If I'd have listened sooner, some of these lives might have been spared. I'm sorry.
You've got your own troubles with Scotland Yard, we understand. Let's just do what we can to prevent further bloodshed.
Oi, Cartwright, did you get it?
Right here. Beets and turmeric.
Oh, perfect. I need to squish up the beets. Use this file to shave down the turmeric.
Oh, all right. All right, Mr. Holmes.
She's tied to that pipe nice and tightly. Won't be getting out anytime soon.
Well, I've never seen a knot quite like that. Thank you, girls.
Am I supposed to be intimidated by all these children, Holmes?
Oh, never mind them. There's a conspiracy in Scotland Yard. You're part of it.
Who's the organizer? Is it someone within Scotland Yard itself?
You have no leverage, Sherlock Holmes. I have no reason to reveal anything to you.
I take it your employer was sparing with the details he revealed to you, hence the encoded sheet music. Do you even know who the maestro is?
If I did, I wouldn't tell you. People get killed for divulging information such as that. Your morals make you too good for that, I've heard. Bearing that in mind, I think I'll simply wait until you've grown tired of this and let me go.
She's right, Sherlock. She's got no reason to tell us anything. We've got nothing.
Let us have a go.
What?
We've been working this case for weeks now. We can find an angle.
We might as well let them try.
All right. But don't get too close. You don't know what she has up her sleeve.
Holmes and Watson need children to do the heavy lifting now. Is this some kind of joke?
We're gonna get you to talk.
Doubt it.
Go on, Adelaide. You go first.
No, it's all right, Wiggins. You go ahead.
Well, you're the brains. You can start.
I think the leader ought to start it, actually.
Somebody has to start it.
All right. The sheet music's incomplete. You were given something that can finish it. How does it work?
I'm not telling you.
Why are you using a false name?
Why would I use my real name if I'm involved with criminals?
What is your real name?
Adelaide.
Really?
No.
This isn't working.
Why are you working for the maestro?
Money? Where exactly are you going with this?
Hold on. I've seen you around before.
I feel like I'm in the madhouse. Yes, we've met before, little girl.
No, not as Evelyn. I've seen you around town before as yourself.
Oh, that's right.
What?
You sing at the opera.
That's what Leon said, as Cynthia Wilson.
All right, there you have it. My real name. Well done.
But that's not your real name, is it?
No, it is.
You use all sorts of names here and there.
You play in several bridge clubs and swindle people out of their money.
Right. Once you went by Ivory, another time Catherine, Bonnie, Sylvia.
How do you know that?
We see a lot of things round town.
Everything, in fact.
What do you mean by everything?
Holmes, is this actually working?
Against all logical reason, yes.
You'll nick the lady's jewellery when you're greeted at the stage door at the opera from time to time.
Never been caught. You're bloody good.
I've seen you with officers from Scotland Yard as well.
All right, that's enough.
That was her! When you're in a pinch, you'll sell out other criminals you work with in exchange for immunity.
And we thought Adelaide was a smooth talker.
Stop it! Stop!
I've heard you talk in all sorts of funny accents, too.
You're bloody convincing. Cartwright could learn a thing or two. There's one you do especially well.
All right, fine. I'll tell you what I know, but it's not much.
Very interesting.
I can't believe that worked.
How many people are working for the maestro?
There are informants throughout London. Bigby is the only one I know personally. I've only encountered others for a moment here and there.
What is the maestro trying to do with all of this? Why is he targeting officers of Scotland Yard?
I don't know for sure. No one's ever spoken with him directly. If I were to wager a guess, I'd say he's trying to defame those in law enforcement and create a sense of distrust for Scotland Yard.
Do you know where the maestro is hiding?
I don't. I was told the information was present on the sheet music, but I've been too busy to work it out.
Do you know who the next target is?
I only helped organize the killings. I was never told who the victims were.
Do you know who's going to be framed next? You've lowered your eyes, and you're blinking faster than you were before. You're lying.
This is not a game, boy. If I tell you, I'm as good as dead.
Someone involved with law enforcement?
Something like that.
When is this set to take place?
Are you going to try to stop it? This has been in motion for months. You've just been too distracted to see it.
Ha! She's escaped her bonds!
Stop!
Dr. Watson!
I mean it when I say this is not personal, Mr. Holmes.
I don't take it as such. I must say, you handle yourself intelligently.
Likewise.
Stop her!
No, Wiggins, let her go.
You're letting her get away?
She's merely a piece on the game board. She was very cooperative as is.
Why are we doing this, Baxter?
Well, according to the book, vanishing ink can be created using a mixture of sailor rotis and lemon juice. Substances rich in betalains and curcumin, like beets and turmeric, from what it says here, can be used to make the ink visible. That's shaved down nice and good, thank you. Give it here. Now to give this a good mix.
Somehow, I'm always the one who ends up on the ground.
It would seem the children have uncovered a hell of a case, John.
Clearly. If it's not too late, we might be able to badger Lestrade into speaking with us. We'd all best head back to Baker Street.
The children will remain. Their help is no longer required.
What?
No longer required?
We've done all the heavy lifting so far. Shouldn't we see it through?
You've come far enough.
Why? You told me I could prove myself to you by doing this. I've done everything you asked.
Prove yourself. You actually believed I would allow a posse of street children to hang on my every move. I knew of Evelyn's involvement the moment she entered 221B. And I knew she wouldn't yield information unless provoked with knowledge that only your friends possessed. That's all I needed. I can finish the puzzle without you now.
You were using me.
This job is about yielding results efficiently. Don't feel stung just because your part was a small one. You're too emotional, Wiggins.
Sherlock.
Let's not argue about this, John. Leave the children here. We need to get home.
Leave them? We can't do that.
People are being framed for murder, John. This is serious. We can't have children getting involved.
Right. Of course.
But... Sherlock...
It's Mr. Holmes, Wiggins. I am not your peer.
Why did he do that?
So suddenly.
Dr. Watson, I thought he liked us.
This isn't fair.
Children, I don't have answers for you.
So that's that. It's over.
I'm sorry. I believe so. Don't follow us.
What was it all for?
I never should have done this.
What?
These silly cases. This maestro business. You, Wiggins.
Are you saying this is my fault?
We've been chasing a daydream of yours this whole time. You parade yourself around like some big leader, but all you've done is run us around in circles for nothing.
For nothing? We almost solved this case. How was I supposed to know that Holmes was using us?
It's a dishonor to my mother that I've wasted time doing this. How did I end up here? We used to be happy, just me and her.
Must be nice to know your parents. Sherlock Holmes was all I had.
We never should have stopped pickpocketing for that underground fighting ring, Ruby.
That's for true. Good pay and good gossip.
Wiggins, we can't give up.
Scotland Yard and Sherlock Holmes are against us, Cartwright. What else is there to do?
There we are. And now, apply over suspected ink.
Baxter, what are you doing?
I think we may be dealing with invisible ink, fellas.
Baxter, we don't have time for your science experiments.
Whatever you stirred up there isn't going to...
Hold on. Baxter, look.
What? Oh, blimey. Look! Do you see that?
Something's appearing on the page.
I was right! It worked!
What does it say?
Not like there's any point to any of this.
The instruments. Their names.
Names?
Whose names?
From top to bottom. Colin Wesley, Ignace Wells, Benjamin Paxton. Hang about. These are the names of the people who were framed.
It was right in front of us this whole time.
Baxter, what is it?
We need to go.
What's wrong with him?
Where's he headed?
Baxter, what's this about?
We have to get back to 221B right now.
Baxter, explain!
No time.
Why not?
Is he daft?
What's all this?
Looks like every copper from Scotland Yard is on Baker Street.
Why are they surrounding 221B?
Baxter, the list of instruments. What was the final name?
That's it, you see. It was...
By the order of Her Majesty's law, for the crime of murder, I demand all those in 221B come down here and submit themselves to the custody of Scotland Yard. For the murder of the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, you are under arrest, Sherlock Holmes.
Thank you for joining Secret Handshake for the 4th episode of 221B, Adventures of the Baker Street Irregulars. This series was written and directed by Elliott Brotherhood. The voices featured in this episode include Thatcher Jacobs as Wiggins, Silver Anderson as Adelaide, Max Pink as Sherlock Holmes, Elliott Brotherhood as Dr. John Watson, Leo Madson as Cartwright, Josie Van Slyke as Opal, Zoah Hirano as Ruby, Edward Owczarski as Baxter, Stacy Madson as Mrs. Hudson, Demetrios Troy as Leon Pane, Rebecca Kent as Evelyn, Joe Boersma as Londoners, and George Lorimer as Inspector Lestrade. Thank you for listening.